Dudes, it's so hot in here. I will tell you a truth. I will tell you a truth I wish not to tell you. I'm wearing no pants. It's no pants o'clock up here in Day 9 Town. Oh my god, it is so hot. Oh, I'm like taking a shower twice a day just because there's so much sweat. Stand up? I can't stand up, Terracan. I have no pants on. No pants o'clock. Oh, god, I wish the AC was... I have a fan, but it's loud. Oh... Just a little bit. Look, I'm gonna recap while I let this happen. Let me just. Okay, in part 1 and 2, we've been admiring so much this amazing, fantastic movement from first. In part 1, we saw the opening, and we looked at his mid game in part 2, and then, at the end of part 2, we saw a different opening where he's going to be doing a different thing. Oh, that's the recap for all my fans. Alright, let's do this. We've seen extraordinary defense. Very, very nice defense. And a choice to go Colossus. I would label this as a choice, as opposed to one of those like, oh, well, you're totally forced to do it type of things. One of the reasons why often players will feel like they like going Colossus in this spot is that they have in a Twilight Council to get +2 armor, and if you get +1 attack followed by +2 attack, Colossus are super mega strong. So first we'll just continue to be as annoying as he can, just picking up and lifting. Any just exposed workers are always going to be the best ones. The ones where you can hit that are most easily retreatable. These ones, for instance, these are far more exposed actually than these ones with regard to the turret. Like you can actually just lift and kill stuff without the turret even firing, but there's no good retreat path here. So first just keeping his retreat paths open, which is allowing him to both keep this watchtower, have this nexus coming up. These phoenixes are acting like replacement observers in a lot of ways. But we do see that there still are significant observers out on the field for first. Now in terms of gateway count, generally 5 while going for an expand is common. But first goes for 4, and I think that's reasonable because he's kind of split his tech up quite a bit. The real tip-top, amazing, sensational Korean players just have so few unit-producing structures, and yet remain broke. So significant to note, first has built... Actually, I will come back to the 10-minute mark to note this. I said the 10-minute mark replay. Don't crash on me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. Okay. I'm going to come to this unit count and note we have this one zealot here. But let's look at production now. Now that this Colossus is out. Remember, this is the part that we were looking at before. Lift, 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 lift. 3 more gateways coming up. Alright, so here comes the Colossus. Here comes that warp in. Notice nothing else coming in. Just a single sentry has gone in. Here's the harassment. Just glance at the minimap. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just Colossus range upgrades. Nothing, nothing, nothing. The first time there was a warp in coincided with the first time that fantasy began to move out. Spotters. More important than units. Cheap spotters too. Or cheap units too. Sentries and zealots. Not stalkers. Trying to deal as much damage as he can, and only once it's close is he like, yeah, I should probably get some stalkers in there. Up in that bad boy. Where's the mothership core? Not the best spot for a mothership core. Generally want to have that here, but once this is done, this is a fine spot for it, as long as there's good defense back home. Which first has already begun to set up. Wow, I'm noticing a remarkable lack of any units being made. Yeah, once the units begin to back off, first just halts a lot of the stalker production. We'll get some zealots, some of the cheaper stuff. Zealots, even without speed, are amazing. So because we see a little bit of passiveness coming in here. Any unit's great with Phoenixes. Don't be greedy with Phoenixes. Just lift stuff, man. Just freaking lift stuff. Just do it. Just do it. Hurry up. So this is kind of an odd thing that we're seeing first do. I'm going to explain this because I think most people will look... they'll look at what Fantasy's doing, you know, the +2 attack. They'll look at the Colossus range having been done. They'll see 2 Colossus and a 3rd one coming out. And they'll see Blink en route. Most people describe the composition as Colossus Stalker. Yeah, Colossus Stalker. And that's just the cool thing to do. There's like Zealot Templar and there's Colossus Stalker. First is doing the kind of unusual thing, and that he's preparing for the transition into Speed Zealots by building a lot of Zealots right now. In this spot, what are the Stalkers really used for? They're used to pick off Vikings. We see that there's 0 Vikings. Okay, there's about to be 2. The Phoenixes have been keeping an eye on things. Do we need to be building more Stalkers? Do we need to be building them? I don't think so. Nope, doesn't look like it. Our opponent hasn't really dropped us. Okay, well, let's try to swing in from this backside. Let's try to pick these. Let's try to pick these off. Do I need to be building any Blink Stalkers? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. And okay. So great. So first can continue to build Zealots. I mean, he hasn't even seen any Vikings. There's the Vikings. For God's sake. This is like very odd to see 4 Stalkers with Blink done. More Zealots getting warped in. Where are the Zealots getting warped in? Okay. So here we're going to see 2 things happening at once. One is the transition into a Zealot speed force by getting all these Zealots so early. Sentries to be able to force field away. A lot of Colossus out. Templar archives en route. And we're seeing that same principle come up again. So the technicalness of it, it's a very technical play, right? I don't know another way to put it. Right? He gets blinking at 4 frickin' Stalkers. That's very unusual. However, we're seeing again. However, Fantasy is passive, first begins to be aggressive. Passive leads to aggressive. I know everyone's been in a relationship like that. And we see a lot of Protosses do this thing. Moving out. Oh, by the way, just look at this sexy movement path. I want you to come join me with a journey to the minimap. Actually, screen region. Yes. All right. All right. Cool. Yeah. Let's take a look at this minimap that we see. We're actually going to go into the first cam. So look at the minimap. So we see down here, he has some vision here, but basically this movement here clears out this whole area from drops. Now, most commonly what people want to do is they'll want to move down along this box and try to move in the natural expansion here. But instead, watch what we're going to see out of first. He's clearing the right path. And then we're going to see him actually meet on over at this watchtower. And I want you to take note of this little unit up here, a little probie. Notice how first has started on this side and then swept all the way left again. Remember these probes moving out? Well, anytime he moves out to attack, he just has a covering probe. So essentially, in this entire sweep, he knows now that Fantasy... Guys, welcome back. I turned a fan on because it's too damn hot in here. Ooh! So we had a crash, but no big deal. We were looking at this mini-map just a moment ago. And actually, I'll pull back a smidgen. This is the daily of crashes, yeah. We saw just this really nice movement out of first, where Fantasy originally has these watchtowers. We're going to watch again from Fantasy's point of view. Just this sweep through. Clears out the vision. So it's been a full sweep on this side, and then it sweeps back along that side, taking out absolutely all the vision control that can possibly be there while going for another pylon. So this is just a really nice movement thing. Not movement thing, a movement technique out of first. So these 4 blink stalkers, great. They're so far so good. Hopefully that fan isn't too loud, but also hopefully you should be able to hear it. Yeah. Now, this might look like a straight up attack. We talked about the idea of extending forward and breaking off. And indeed, first just doesn't engage. Now, by the looks of it, I mean, he doesn't have speed. If he had speed, he might be able to take that. But I mean, just like, no risks allowed. Even bringing the Mothership Core out for a recall. Brings in the Zealots to this Warp Prism. Finally, 2 Forges churning out dem-ups. So here's the cool part. Here's the part that I loved a lot. So we have a lot of Colossus. We even have Blink. We've been massing so many Zealots up. First is going to continue to extend along this side, and he just does a drop in the main base. With 8 more gateways being produced, will bring him to a total of, I think, 13 in this game. He has 7, he's adding 8 more, so excuse me, 15. So just moving in for a distraction. It's an ample enough distraction. Also, we see Vikings being made 2 at a time. Another really nice read, another convenience that we pick up from the fact that we have the Phoenixes able to scout around, get a good sense. These attacks also give that benefit as well. So, once again, a big pushback. Not a lot of damage has been dealt by first. He's killed off some stuff. But the big push is coming. Now, in terms of first vision, he has, observers peppering all around. But it's this counterattack pylon. Yeah, that's so good. And suddenly, this is going to be making a lot of warp prisms again. And you know what we already have? We already have some Archons. We have a million freaking gateways. We don't have Storm. First transitioned as swiftly as he could into this Zeal Archon kind of mix, because even though Storm is the real killer here, Archons are freaking excellent too. Like, absolutely, stunningly excellent. Now, as you see, there is an attack going on here. Zealots are being warped in there. These are 2-1 Zealots versus 2-2 things. Do you remember? Do you remember about this pylon? Because first remembers. It's a close fight. Reinforcements continue to join into the mix. Why? Because this whole army is moving forward. It's not just sitting back going, "Yay, I won!" It's advancing, and it intends to retreat at the earliest possible moment. But it's to make sure that these deal damage, and also that this army continues to stay bunched up closer to this. And, yep, backing up. And look, he expanded behind it. Wow! Look at all that amazing connection. Hey, good night, Concept. Concept in chat. Dipping out. Saying 9-9. Another little push on this right side that pulls back. It actually teased pulling back. It was like, nah, I'm going to first think about pulling back. Could probably win this engagement. Not committing to it yet, but is committing to this drop at the right side. Such nice play from first. Look at this. Just moves forward, moves back, moves forward, moves back, and is just now picking up some free ghosts. Warping in more. Great. The army tries to pull away. We can see the army movement because we have this observer here. Just darts in to pick off a little bit. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? Is that not just the winningest shit you've ever seen? I mean, this observer is just, he's just the champion of the day. And then look, he pulls back and saves most of everything. And now he's killed off 31 workers. Ooh. Taking more expansions, getting stormed, time to have Templar everywhere. Continued waltz-ins, Zealots splitting up. I'm going to go to the first cam, so we can see it. It's much like the First Lady, except it's the camera that is married to the President. Little Zealot counterattacks, not stunning, but still do some pretty damn good damage. Moving the whole army forward just to split a couple of zealots off. We saw that happen in the last game. With the army coming here, just continues to pull back. Continues to have the Templar peppered about. Creates the counterattack pylons. Oh, okay. Well, if that whole army's moving here, then I guess we can do a warp in and attack down there. Continues to pull back, continues to spread out, continues to leave Templar at forward locations. Oh yeah, look, the Zealot's moving down the left side. It wasn't exactly a warp-in, kind of hard to do the warp-in because First has just so much money. Or excuse me, so much supply. You know, it doesn't even look like it has anything to do with the composition anymore. It's just the positioning and the tactics. Do they kill him in one hit? Let's see, 11 times 2 is 22, 22 minus 6. What's 22 minus 6? That's 14. 14 times 3 is... 14 times 3, what's 14 times 3? I can't do that math in my head. That's 42? It's still not enough. Damn. Damn. I was hoping it was 3 hits to kill a Stim Marine, but alack, I'm wrong. And this is the more common, usual control that we'll see out of a Protoss player. The big army trying to have the Templar storm as best as possible, blinking forward to pick off Vikings and Ghosts, storming everything that they can. And yet again, composition doesn't matter anymore. It's like the money composition from Terran. Mostly Marines, Vikings, and Ghosts. A couple Marauders thrown in there. The EMPs are perfect, but there's just not enough EMPs. The end. Alright, cool. That was a weird bumpy finish. Let's go ahead and take some questions from the chat. Whoa, 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 whoa. And while we do that, I will turn off subscriber chat. And I'll drag it quickly. If you don't ask me questions, I won't stay alive much longer. Alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and take some questions. Alright, so Techno Kappa asks what chair I use. It's a Marcus from IKEA. Where'd I get the green screen? I got it from Amazon. Ooh, Sturm Jescut. What is the best way to deal with High Templar as Terran? Huh. I don't know. Doesn't it just look a lot just like a lot more sad? Let's think. God, I'm having so much fun. The best way to deal with them, I mean, there's no... Part of me wants to say, build Planetary Fortress at your third base. Part of me wants to make that my answer for how to deal with Templar, because in the mid-game you can deal with Templar pretty well. You can just avoid the small numbers of them. You can get Ghosts to snipe them off, but it's the counterattacks that's the real issue. So I'm kind of in the boat of I mean, the obvious answer is just Ghosts. You just have good Ghost control, you scan. It's the counterattacks that are really killing. I mean, Snipe is great, or just Marauder Hellion. Excuse me, Marauder Hellbat. Fluffy the Pooh says, how guilty should I feel for watching this show regularly and not subscribing? Not at all. You are by no means required to subscribe. I greatly appreciate those who do, but if you'd just like to watch, the gift of your eyeballs is wonderful, and I thank you for that. Man. Manfred's right over there. He's fine. He's safe. How long am I going to play Last of Us tomorrow? Probably 7 hours, 7, 8 hours. No one's asking about anything that's related to this. Gamania Ken says, what about the state of mutas in PvZ? I think they're fine. I think it's totally fine. Stardust Style crushes that shiz. Crushes that shiz. Oh, do I have to watch my brother's stream? You know what? That's how we'll end. Guys, the show's done. Go to twitch.tv/callme. What's Nick's? I know he calls himself Tasteless King of Nerds. Tasteless TV. Guys, go watch my brother, twitch.tv/tasteless TV. He's playing Contra. He's trying to beat it without dying, because he's a tryhard. Thanks for watching the show. Thanks for watching my green screen. I hope you enjoy my room as much as I do. Wow. I love my lovely room. I should actually take a blurrier photo of the room, because it's like in focus, so it like looks weird because like everything's crisp. That's the end of the show. Have a wonderful 4th. Blow shit up.